Welcome to the loop.
Hey, we're quarantined off in a basement so we don't catch the influenza. This is The Loop. It's a talk show about video games. Welcome. Welcome all. My name is Eric. I'm joined as always by Kyle.
Yellow.
And Jeremy.
Hey.
And Trevor.
Hi.
And
Who is recently sick?
then also, we got the man behind the rudder, or what, not the rudder, the wheel, steering the ship, steering the wheel rudder.
The guy poking us in the right direction.
Yeah, you got Kuipers back there turning all the knobs and things. So you, Kuipers, and Trevor have the bird flu.
Yep.
Now we're stuck in here.
Yeah, so we quarantined ourselves in here with them.
I'm
so
just
that
glad
we can
I'm
catch it all.
2 people away from Trevor and like a whole bunch of equipment away from Kuipers.
It's okay.
I might be the safest because I'm in between, like right smack dab in the middle.
That's possible.
And I've got a Jeremy and Eric buffer on both sides.
True.
But we've abandoned you for a whole week, almost a week since of the loop. It's been a week.
The loop.
True.
It's
Didn't
been
you have
one
you had a
full week.
game stream last weekend, that no one watched?
Yeah, on Friday I streamed
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah. What did you stream?
That was
Again,
that was like a really
I watched a little bit of it.
insulting way of saying that.
No, I mean it was true.
Nobody liked your stream, but
I didn't say no one liked it. I said
I would
no
like
one
I would
watched
like
it.
you to know that 4 people watched.
I watched
Yeah.
it. I watched part of it.
So how about
I even responded to you.
How does it work?
I just like how Jeremy gets in the tweet. Oh, I was gonna play PUBG, blah, blah. And I'm like, you go play PUBG then when I'm done, you big baby.
Yeah.
Like, what is your problem?
You didn't,
And you didn't
so
play it, so
way
I
to
was
build
just
the
like-
audience there.
Yeah, because if you would have played PUBG, at least 80,000 people would have watched. I'm
So
sure.
you're saying it's your fault?
I'm saying it's my fault.
Oh.
If you title it
I'm agreeing
as-
with you.
I will
You
get
kept
a
it in
chicken
talk
dinner.
shows, though. I think that's part of the problem.
I didn't keep it in talk shows, you dingus.
No.
You're part of the problem.
It was in the game. The community is separate from the category,
but
and the community doesn't mean jack. Nobody
It
looks
totally
at that.
does.
Who looks at the community when they go to Twitch?
Oh, it totally matters.
Trevor doesn't.
I don't, but I'm sure some people do, and I'm sorry that I've offended
I do,
you.
but that's because I had to assign it, so
Yeah.
that's the only reason I do.
I don't think it's as important as the category, but it's fine. So we watched it. It was what it was, and that was that. But I'm glad you watched it, Jeremy, because
It was interesting.
I'm so glad you watched it. You didn't watch much of it though,
No,
you
I
didn't
watched
see
a little bit of each of the 2 games you played.
Yeah, so we played some Battle Chef and played some.
I didn't
some
get
Metal
Battle
Gears.
Chef. I'll be honest. You really liked that game. I could
Yeah.
tell. I didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just because you're a simpleton. Your brain it doesn't work or function as well.
Because you got bad taste in games.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna try to insult you the whole night now.
Okay.
Since we just started out with an insult game.
There's no monster trucks in it.
Yeah. Well, where are you getting the monster trucks?
No chicken dinners either.
I still haven't started that game.
No chicken dinners or monster trucks. I don't like this game, confounded Japanese games.
Confounded.
That's America. I play American games, trucks,
Guns.
violence, and sex.
Looking forward to Far Cry. That's about it.
Yeah.
That
I don't
is
know.
actually an
he's
American
not,
game now.
He's not looking forward to Far Cry because it's going to offend his sensibilities. I have a
I'm
feeling.
excited about it. What are you talking about?
Wait, I'm the bad guy in this game?
These crazy libertarians.
I think that worked. I think you won that one.
We're going to bring law and order to these crazy libertarians.
Yeah.
Hey, I think I just saw on our screen another one of those moments where everybody is laughing except for Jeremy.
That's a lot.
That seems like that's usually what happens, though. Anything that we find funny, Jeremy's
Well, that's
like, I don't.
because
What are you laughing
it's
at?
at his
At my
expense.
expense.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
It's not funny. I wouldn't be laughing either. I would be crying. Jeremy has a tough skin, though. You know, we can say mean things, and he only cries when we're not looking.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
He cries after everybody has parted ways from the studio, and
Yeah. Big bunch of bullies.
I should have not unlocked the door next time.
I just liked how he was like, I just felt like he came out guns blazing at me because I streamed something when he never told me he had plans to
I
stream
know.
anything. And I stream and he gets on the chat. I was going to stream PUBG.
I
didn't know.
Here's the funny
I
thing.
didn't read your freaking mind.
Here's the funny thing. That was what, right around, was it 4 o'clock?
No.
What
it
time
was
was
like,
it?
it was in the
11
morning.
or 12.
It was like 11 o'clock. Or no, it was 1 o'clock. It was at 1 o'clock.
yeah.
It was 1 o'clock,
yeah.
yes. And I had the afternoon off because I was
didn't know
work-
that either.
Well, I know you didn't know that. But
You're like
because I
acting
was
like a woman right now. I'm just
working over the
kidding.
weekend. No. It was literally the timing.
I'm just kidding.
Because I had
Sorry.
just
I
started up
apologize
my
to
gaming
women.
PC when
Yeah.
I got the alert. And I had Twitch up on that machine as I'm
Yeah.
getting ready to launch PUBG.
Yeah.
And it says, Eric went live on Minutop. And I'm like, really?
I'm
So,
saying,
you know.
all you have to do is communicate.
Yeah, I
You
get
could have
it.
said that morning, hey,
But you could have too, right?
Eric.
I feel like communication breaks down both ways.
that's true. I could have. I think I just had it in my head that I was going to play this game, and I'm like, why not stream it? Nobody else is
Yeah.
streaming today.
It was good.
Jeremy works Fridays.
I mean,
I do.
Fridays
So-
during the day.
I'm working this weekend.
Really, the rule should just be that Fridays during the day, check with Eric first to see if he's streaming something, since he doesn't work on Fridays.
Very true.
I mean, I apologize. Next time,
No,
it was nobody watched anyways, Jeremy, so it didn't matter. Okay, you should have just kicked me off the Twitch account and just streamed PUBG, so all of your
How
fans
would
could
that
have
work
come.
if I just went ahead and started my OBS?
I have no idea. It
You
would
can just
be
brute
I think
force
it-
it. Be
I
like,
don't know. Maybe.
my stream is supreme.
Anyways, Teddy says, "Wow, Eric." No, I didn't mean to insult women by comparing Jeremy to
Sounded
them.
pretty intentional.
You suck, you jackass.
Yeah, I deserve it. It's just like a fight that you would have with a different. I feel like I've had that.
You've had that
before.
fight with your wife before?
Maybe one where you didn't, but I think it goes both ways. So for me to say
yeah.
it's a gender thing was very rude, because I've also been the victim, or not the victim, but the perpetrator,
claiming
the perpetrator of pretending to think they should have known what I was thinking. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like, it goes both ways. It's just easier to point it out and be like, yeah, it's
Everyone
you.
knows that we're the married couple in the tub. Everyone knows that.
Oh, the two of us? Well, Iowa did have gay marriage like way before a lot of the other states. So
Yeah.
It's true.
it's a little too much enthusiasm for gay marriage. I'm not saying that.
I'm sorry, there's no
Just
button to change the enthusiasm with that one.
Okay, I'm
I
just saying.
I was happy for you guys. All right.
Okay, that's great. That's what actually the wedding card that Kyle got us was.
I'm
You
happy for you
opened it
guys,
and it
okay?
just, he was like, this. Ah! And then the wedding party applauded gently.
Yeah. Is that too strong?
It was like, the outside of the card said, my two best bros got married today. And then I opened it. Hell yeah! See, and then everybody applauded. That was there you go. I like how we can see who joins in parts, and Ronan the Wanderer probably came in at the wrong time.
Yeah. Yep. That was the
Bailed
wrong
out.
time.
Bailed out immediately.
They were there for about
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Bunch of gays.
Whoa! What?
Whoa!
We are just insulting.
No,
everyone.
I'm saying that based on
You're
the
insulting his
small-
sensibilities. You're saying that he is homophobic, is what you're saying.
No!
That's terrible.
Okay, let's just get on the game train before we go.
We're already there.
The game.
Game.
You disgust me.
Gamer.
We were talking about games. We were
were.
I
streaming.
suppose we did eventually.
We were
at some
talking
point.
about.
It started there.
So what's everybody been playing? That's where that helps there, Trevor. I did it for
fired
you.
up the beta for
The beta.
Sea of Thieves.
Oh,
The
yeah.
privileged
evening.
few
It started
Thank
today,
you.
right?
Yeah.
that gets
It
invites
goes
to
through the
betas.
29th.
You had to
If you were
request it
in
months
the-
ago.
Yeah, you
I
had to.
feel like I request it every time you guys say you should request.
Well,
it.
You know what? You could pre-order and get it.
So for this closed beta, I think it's only for the folks that have pre-ordered or had signed up for the alpha and had gotten in. Because I never actually played the alpha, but I had.
But it gave you a little
asked
thing that
for it,
said,
and
"Hey,
it
if
said-
you were in the
yeah.
alpha, here's what you do to
Right.
get it."
So it just if you on the Xbox Insider, it was there to download.
No.
It's actually there. It's pretty fun. I
Isn't
didn't.
it?
I didn't.
Actually, were you surprised by that?
Well,
Like-
okay. Here's why I was.
The water's pretty.
Here's the one thing that I was surprised with was that I know Jeremy had said when he was playing the alpha, talking to us specifically, he said that there are people that will drop out if they're not the captain, or something to that effect, right?
Pretty much.
But I played for about an hour 15, hour 20, and nobody from my 4 quit.
Did anyone fight over their roles?
I don't know. I didn't hear any audio, so I don't know if anybody had microphones.
like running over and dropping the sails while someone else is trying to move the boat, or
No, not really. I mean, I probably did, but that was because I was
you're
like,
figuring it
I don't know
out.
what I'm doing here. But it was a lot of fun. I sealed up the ship when it was taking on water, and then
did you find any treasure?
Yeah, we had like 3 chests, and then a ship came out of nowhere and sunk us.
Nice.
I got wasted and vomited everywhere.
Did you stop at one of the little island bars?
No, I did not see an island bar. But it's like I don't know. There's part of me that wonders where it will go once it's fully released, as far as like what is the what kind of different tasks are there going to be,
how
or
do
is
I
it
beat
all
the
just
game, right?
Well, yeah, or is it all just going to be kind of the go find treasure and then go buy stuff and then go find treasure again? Like what is the end game that it actually is going to have? Is there going to be some like a little more of a campaign type of thing that you can play, or what? So, but I don't know. I had a lot of fun. I went up on the top of the mast and saw a ship that was
Crow's
coming
nest?
at us. Yeah, the crow's nest. That's what it was.
Did you
saw
fall
a ship.
off?
Did I what?
Fall off?
I did fall off a couple times, but I kind of made that my spot. And then I loved being up there and seeing things, and then ringing the bell when there's a ship, ring the bell, and using you can put in text or like quick text to the people.
Oh, yeah.
So imagine that you played the
yeah.
guy who plays the soundboard.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean, it's not a soundboard, really. It's I
sound.
sat up there with a squeeze box until I saw a ship, and then I started ringing the bell. There's a ship coming! Arm the cannons!
Good fun.
Yeah. So I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to hopefully getting a little more time in before the beta ends. And
Yeah, I'd like to. I'm gonna be unfortunately kind of busy this weekend, but hopefully I might be able to Sunday get in there.
it was really weird when the ship got sunk.
It ends Sunday, right?
Yeah, I think so. The 29th.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be because that doesn't come out until like June, right?
They'll have multiple,
Yeah.
just like they did multiple alpha sessions. They'll do multiple.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be another beta session that'll be coming up, and
So
if
some
not,
of the alpha sessions had goals, so they had certain things unlocked at certain times, and so it's like, oh, if you want to find out about this part of the game, you have to be in. So they tested different parts of the game.
Oh,
There's a
okay.
chance they'll do that with the beta too.
because it seemed like there wasn't a whole lot of interface right now as far as like your character or any of that stuff. I'm sure that there's got to be more to that
Yeah.
once the full game releases. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I've been doing. How about anybody else?
I was waiting. I didn't.
Eric, are you playing anything?
What about Trevor? Trevor
Well,
didn't say anything.
I did play. Fun fact: I never actually played the original Fable. I played 2 and 3, and I enjoyed both.
Takeaway is nerd cred
Yep.
card. Okay,
But
take it
so
off.
I actually started playing the original
Revoke it.
Fable Anniversary, the remake.
Did
of
that
the
come
original.
out fairly recently?
I don't think
See,
so.
I thought it had been kind of recently, but I looked and it only came out for the Xbox 360, so it must have been a while.
Yeah, because I think that it had been out on PC, and that the special edition or whatnot was released after the fact on Xbox 360.
Yeah. So I'm playing it on PC, and I'm kind of understand. I haven't played a whole lot, but I'm understanding so far what people mean that this one was a bit different, and so it's weird because it's like it's obviously a fairly old game because like the sections of the map that you load in are so small. There was one that it was literally just a hallway, and then you go and you load into a new section, so it was kind of funny. But it's definitely a Fable game because I went up and I saved a guy from a bully, and instead of fighting the bully, I just farted until he left.
That's funny.
So,
Classic Fable.
I love the Fable emotes.
but other than that, I started playing Assassin's Creed again, and
Like you started it over?
No.
Oh.
I hadn't played it for a long time, and so I
Origins?
Yep.
Okay.
And which I want to go back and I want to play Syndicate again just because I liked what they were doing with that, but I want to finish Origins before I do that. But yeah.
Did you not finish Syndicate or something?
Nope.
Oh.
I started it and I got a bit into it, but then
I mean, Origins, I think, is a better game, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
still Syndicate was one of the better ones. I think.
Yeah.
Top 5.
I just liked some of the mechanics they did, like the hostage stuff, to where or not hostage, but you grabbed a guy and you would like, I don't know, there's some interesting mechanics they did that aren't in Origins. Well, yeah.
Jeremy, been playing anything? Just
Oh,
PUBG.
Not really.
All right, been working a lot.
Yeah,
Busy.
well, and had insomnia, so you'd think that'd be a good reason to play a game, but not when you're so tired you want to try to sleep. So you go to bed early every night and then just lay in bed.
Yeah.
So that's what
Insomnia
I've been doing. I've been playing the
Sucks.
try to sleep game.
It's a really sucky game. I hate that game.
Yeah.
I reviewed it on our
I
website. I
tend to
gave it a
lose a lot.
1 out of 5 stars.
I'm surprised you gave it that much.
Well,
Should've
star
just
review
given it a
scale.
0.
We can't. It's against the rules. Yeah, I've been playing. I played on Friday. Obviously, I played some Battleship. That game's pretty good. It's a puzzle game. If you don't like puzzle games, then you might not like it. But if you like puzzle games, it's pretty much a gussied up puzzle game. And I've played. Let's see what I mean. I've tweeted about it, but I really got into Fortnite, which I'm surprised by, to be honest, because I was really pretty negative on that game when I first played it. But I think the most recent patches have, for one of it, just improved the gameplay. It's not the frame rate's better. Like, it seems to manage the 100 people or the 100 players a lot better.
Did you try 50-50? Yeah.
No, I can't find it in the options.
Maybe they got rid of it.
So-
Maybe because they mentioned it'd be short term.
Because it has like the save the world mode and then the PvP it just says 100 players, and so it doesn't give me the option. But I made the mistake of showing it to my 6-year-old son.
Oh no.
And he got so hooked on it. I am surprised, and he's not bad. I think for a 6-year-old, I'm just like, okay, like, so we've been playing duos on that thing, and like every night after work, we've been playing duos, like, and just like going to town on it. And we've been getting in like the top 10. Like last night we had a second place game, and it blows me away because I I kind of take for granted that he's just like, it's like, oh, he's a 6-year-old. He's not going to do that well. He's not going to help. Like, I got to care. I put the team on my back. I'm going to try to, do everything. And there's been multiple occasions where, like, I've been downed because it works a lot like PUBG. If you're not familiar with it at all, it works almost identical. And so you get downed, and then he shows up and just blows a dude away and comes revives me, and I'm just like, all right, like, okay, let's play the game, and it's just kind of impressive. But it really kind of, and I thought, okay, I'm enjoying this, because I'm bonding, right? It's some father-son time, and that's why I'm enjoying it. But last night he went to bed, and I was like, I think I'm gonna play Fortnite. Like, I was just like really into that game. I don't know. I think the thing is, like, if you're gonna play, like, obviously PUBG is the origin of that gameplay style, and it is probably some of the best you can do. But I think for a console, I much rather play this on the console than the PUBG because it runs much smoother. And I tell you, like, watching, like, kind of figuring out the gameplay and using the crafting as part of your kind of like your strategy are your tactics for playing the game. Just
Like building
kinda-
weapons and stuff.
Well, no, you don't build weapons.
Well,
you
I
only
thought-
build walls and
Oh,
you
okay.
can build like your surroundings. So you can build walls.
The
and
main
floors,
game
and
you can build weapons and stuff, but not. That's not
Yeah,
part
you
of
can do
the-
crafting and weapons. But this, yeah, in the battle royale version, you can just craft like structures.
Huh.
And it, but yeah, it's
So have you dabbled in the crafting crafting things as you're playing? Or
well, yeah, you have to if you're going to be
Yeah.
any good at it. You have to because you're pretty much building cover. Like a lot
Okay.
of times when you're like with
Yeah,
PUBG,
or sometimes people will build cover and use that as a trap. So then they'll build it, but then leave.
yeah,
and-
right? Because I mean,
hide,
I've played,
and then-
and I've gotten in the top 10, and it's been a while. So it may have been that I was playing before a lot of people had really figured out what to do with.
I mean, sure, you can
a lot of
you
that.
can get to top 10 without building anything. Sure, like I mean, it's not hard. It's just
Land
that
and hide in
I
the
was,
middle.
when
I
you
was
get-
curious if
when you get
you've
to
seen
that
a lot of-
when the circle gets really small, about the only way to survive is to like
Okay.
build stuff because a lot of times it's like PUBG, you're in the middle of a field or something, so there's no cover.
Right.
So you're building stuff to try to protect yourself
'Cause-
or try to
well,
gain an
and
advantage
because
on
of
someone.
the design of the game, color and character,
Yeah.
all that stuff. It's much easier to see someone in a field. So you really need to have a way.
Although I didn't know this was in the game, and I opened one of the treasure chests, and it was like a ghillie suit, right? Except it was just a bush costume.
Oh, that's funny.
And so you would pull it out and put it on, and you
Yeah.
just looked like a huge
I think
bush.
I saw a video where
saw
they had a
that.
whole bunch of people with bushes just like
Right, that was
Yeah.
that was in the trailer for the
50-50.
50 versus 50.
Oh, okay.
By the way,
Yeah.
that ended December 18th.
What, the 50 versus 50?
Really?
Oh, that's why
It was only for a couple of weeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What? That's-
That's
I think-
why I couldn't play.
Well, I mean, it's early access, so I think that they were just experimenting with can we actually make
Yeah.
this work?
Yeah.
Yeah, getting some
And
statistics
not
on.
something that they were ready to really like say, hey, let's just do this.
I think that in the game, the shooting is. I mean, PUBG's shooting is very like they try to go real realistic, like Arma
Sure.
style, almost like, you got the tilt, and you can. I don't know. You can spin the camera around you, and you can.
There is a big
bullet drop.
update to PUBG though this week.
Yeah. But the only thing I was gonna say is though that's a little hard to kind of get used to is because it feels kind of rubbery in a way. Like the bullets are a little. I don't know. They just feel spongy. But the more you play it, you kind of get the hang of that. And I don't know. It's just interesting because it's just a different take on it. But I don't know. It's a lot of fun. So, anyways, but that's what I've been playing mostly.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's free too, is kind of insane to me. That like anybody could just go play this, like
Right.
just go download it. It's free. And I mean, there's nothing there. Like there's no you don't have to watch ads. You don't have to.
Right.
You don't get limited by the people that have paid for it. Like in that mode specifically, like there's nothing like that. So.
Yeah. They
I don't
don't have any benefit over you in that
Yeah.
mode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
they do. They have cool costumes.
well, okay. They have cool costumes,
Yeah.
but
Kind of like my basketball player. And
No, I mentioned PUBG update, so they real quick on that. There's an update to the Xbox version. They're supposedly fixing some of the frame rate issues. We'll see how good that is. And then they
well,
changed.
they weren't. I mean, it's not like we were expecting that they were going to just leave it where it was at.
Yeah, of course. It's a work in progress, so it's good to hear that they're making.
it just kind of sucks
Some
that they
progress.
forced it out, and it was obviously not ready to be on console yet. Like I feel like they just
Yeah.
were like, "Well, let's put it on the early access program and say it'll get better." But yeah, I played it last night too, just to see what that update was like. But it seemed to run smoother. But
You still could
yeah.
drive a car to the top 10.
I didn't
Okay.
try that this time, but I still couldn't shoot anybody in a car like I can on PC. So I'm pretty sure that it's still not quite great. But I don't know. I'm just saying that I take back all the negative things I said about Fortnite because I actually am incredibly enjoy that game. I would say, I mean, right now I'm having a lot more fun with it than PUBG. But that's all. Anybody else been playing anything?
I picked up the NBA Live 18 last week when it was on sale for like $7.
Is it still a
And,
terrible game? Usually those games are terrible. Are they still
I mean,
terrible?
It's a basketball game. Like
I mean, but it's no 2K. I mean, NBA 2K is like where it's at. Those games are awesome.
Well,
NBA Lives are always like poo-poo. That's why I didn't know.
I don't know. I guess like some
They
of
have
it,
a reputation is what I'm
they
saying.
have a reputation
I haven't
of
played
not
this one.
looking as good as 2K and whatnot. But for $7, I was like, there's no reason not to get it.
Other than to save $7.
Well, and I put my face into it. And
That does not seem safe, Kyle.
I know, it isn't. It probably isn't, but it's really creepy when I'm watching myself. Like I'm playing the single player where you're just your character and developing through the league, and it's really creepy how much it looks like me. Other than the fact that like the whole face is a little scrunched in, but
I did see that picture in Discord. It was frightening.
Yeah, it is very, very.
That's
creepy.
honestly, if Jeremy didn't want to admit it, but that's why he's had insomnia. He saw that picture, and it's just giving him nightmares.
It's true.
It's like Kyle as a basketball player, but if all of his face was like squished to the center of his face.
Oh,
yeah.
It was more so that Kyle was doing sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You think it's a waste of time and whatnot. Get out
No,
of here.
no, I'm
Teddy-
just saying you're not really
Well,
built,
next
you're not
segment.
really built for
Teddy
basketball.
says, Eric sure has a lot of opinions on a game he doesn't play. That's very accurate, Teddy. It's right. I didn't play it.
Teddy-
I actually have heard this year has been one of the better years because they quit.
Yeah.
They quit making it for like 2 years or something like that. And I have, Teddy, in the past played NBA Live. I did not play this one, to be fair. And they were always terrible before. But I heard, maybe a couple years off
It was worth $7.
helped
maybe.
them. And $7.
Either way, I'm going to be the hoop god. So there's
right.
that.
We'll awkwardly wait for Kuipers to transition us.
Games of the week. We know you can't wait to get your grubby little hands on them.
Oh, Kuipers
Sorry,
isn't
Kuipers, I
feeling
had to do
well.
it.
That's mean. Poor Kuipers. And we didn't. Usually I try to give him a little heads up. That was mean.
That was a heads up. It was awkward silence.
Yeah, that's true.
I tried to say, Kuipers, go to the next thing when Jeremy was complaining about sport ball.
But then, yeah, well, anyways. Games of the week. Here are the games that are coming out this week. You better get them while you can because there's only a limited amount because games aren't digital anymore.
Yeah.
They're all physical copies and they're only printing a few discs. All right. Here we go. Celeste. That comes out on PS4 and the Switch and the PC on January 25th. That's tomorrow.
That is tomorrow.
Dust and Salt. That comes out on PC tomorrow. Mm-hmm. That's when it
Looks artsy.
it's dusty and salty.
And the Lord of the
great.
Rings returns.
It's good. It's a game.
That's what it looks like.
It's like if you leave your salt jar out and you don't have a
Turns
lid
into
on
dust.
No, salt
And
lasts
it's-
forever.
No, the
That's
salt
gross.
turns into dust,
No,
and then
salt lasts forever.
Then it makes the world better in the ground.
it. Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Fighters. That comes out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. January 26th. That's Friday. So that's Dragon Ball Fighters. I'm sure. Do you think it's supposed to be Fighter Z? Because
I'm
that
not
would be
sure.
lame if it was. I like Dragon Ball Fighters. And then the big release that is coming out on Friday, which everybody is railing for. They're so excited they can't contain their enthusiastic excitement. That would be Monster Hunter World. Not just Monster Hunter, but World. It's a world of hunting
It's
monsters.
a world full of it.
Yep.
Which I think I'm going to get this game. I think I'm going to play it.
Excited
Yeah,
for it.
I've got it in my GameFly.
I think I want to see what it's all about. I played the beta. I played through the beta, and it's like I killed a monster, and it was like, "Good job, buy the game now." And I was like, "Well, okay." I still don't think I have any grasp of what this was. Like, it went by
beta
so.
was weird.
Were you supposed to go back and play it again or something? Like, I don't know what
There
I
were
missed.
3 different missions you could do.
Oh, I totally didn't pay attention. That's
Yeah.
my fault. Because I played the one mission, I killed a monster, and it was just like,
was like,
great job.
good job.
Click here to go to the store and buy it. Because you loved that moment, didn't you?
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, I guess. I
All
don't know.
those weapons look awkwardly large.
It's Japanese.
Because you gotta
Yeah,
kill the
it's-
monsters.
It's kind of weird, but it's somewhat.
But I mean, the cool thing about this game, if I got it right, because I played it a little bit of it on the DS, and that's where it's most popular. It was
Yeah.
in Japan, and I mean in the US, in the States more. I think
Yeah.
since the DS release of this, but it's like you hunt the monsters, and then like the Native Americans, you don't waste any of it. You use all the parts.
All the gigantic dragon monsters.
Yeah, all the buffalo monster
So do you have
parts.
to like actually hack it up? And,
Well,
and, like,
no, I don't know about that, but you
clear
kill
it off,
and
clear
you,
it
like,
off the floor,
and you build gear with the monster parts.
Nice.
You get to build like
And so your gear
armor
tells a
and
story.
weapons. I think right.
Yep.
Weapons. I think.
Armor and weapons. Yep.
Yeah, and you get to decorate your little cat buddy. You get not decorate him, but customize him and build little clothing for your cat friend. And put a little burqa on the kitty.
Yeah.
It's cold outside.
It looks. I mean, what I've seen looks really good. I'm excited to give it a try because I've never played any Monster Hunter game before, but the talk around this one
Sounds like
has
they
got
kind
me
of
excited.
They kind of streamed it a little bit. Like they
Yeah.
made things a
Yeah.
little simpler for people to
Yeah.
understand. There's more voice acting and like so.
Made it more of a modern game.
Yeah.
I've been playing him since I had him on PSP, and so I'm really excited for
Yeah,
this one. So.
no, I think I'm gonna check it out. That's Friday. Railway Empire is out on PC on Friday as well. If you like to, I'm assuming this is a Sim City or Roller Coaster Tycoon type
something
thing,
like
but
that.
for railways. So, if you're the type to buy all the railroads on Monopoly, you might like this game.
I mean, you could really probably run your own Hell on Wheels.
Sure, yeah, that's true. Dissidia.
Dissidia. I'm not sure.
Dissidia, Final Fantasy game here. It's coming out on the
I
PS4.
think it's a Final Fantasy fighting game.
Yeah, like I played them on the PSP before. I thought they were pretty fun, but it's basically kind of like a free roam kind of battle type game instead of the normal RPG.
okay.
In the chat, they're talking about a trailer park joke. Who made a trailer park joke?
I think Trevi said something about wanting to see the trailer for Monster Hunters. And
And
then
Jolliver said that's what
she
she
said.
Oh,
Then
okay.
it spiraled from there.
I was just say I know all about trailer parks. So, got any questions? Let me know. Then Railway Empire again. It releases for a second time, I guess,
On PS4.
on PS4 and Xbox One on January 30th. That's kind of an awkward way. We should probably put them together. But
I was
going
gonna put them together, but I thought it'd be funny.
It's just like we're really excited about
Really
Railway.
wanted to play with you.
It comes out on the PC on the 26th, to be clear. You can get it 4 days before PS4 and
So
Xbox.
yeah, I pulled up the trailer on it. It looks, or like just a gameplay. It looks like a train tycoon type of
How much?
game.
Scroll down. How much? It cost?
$42.95
$42.95
or $42.49.
Wow, that's
$50
impressive
game.
15%
costing.
off.
Real game, guys.
That's
I mean,
an impressive
if you-
cost.
But I mean, at the same time, your tycoon type of games are going to have a decent price at release.
And there's
so
Can we
there's a surprising amount
drive
of
trains into our friends' worlds?
I
That would be
don't think
cool.
so.
Probably.
An
The
online
description of it is in Railway Empire, you will create an elaborate and wide-ranging rail network, purchase over 40 different trains modeled in extraordinary detail, and buy or build railway stations, maintenance buildings, factories, and tourist attractions to keep your travel network ahead of the competition.
That sounds really good.
It doesn't sound like $42.
I want to play the Choo-Choo game.
I like how we kind of got derailed with that one.
Trevor, punish Trevor. Someone punish him. I was thinking.
Thank you.
I was thinking about
Make him shut up.
Does anybody like to play like the poly bridge games where you build the bridges and then like you have to try to get the vehicles across?
Haven't yet.
Oh,
my
not like
gosh.
what you did in math class and
I
middle
love those
school
games.
where
Poly
you-
Bridge on
where
Steam?
you used
It's on Steam, it's on your
actual
phone.
popsicle sticks.
They're awesome.
And
They're
built a
so much
bridge.
fun. But I
So
saw
it's like an engineering
yeah,
type of...
like you have to build the bridges just right, and you have a limited like budget of like resources.
Oh,
so
I
you got
used to
build
play
them. Oh,
those.
it's so much fun. But I saw on
They've updated that quite a bit.
on the iPhone there was a new game that's called Bridge Constructor Portal, and I didn't
it's
know
on
if
the phone?
anybody played this.
Oh, awesome.
It's $5, but it's like it's a Portal game, but it's a Bridge Constructor game as well, combined into one.
Awesome.
So it's got like some really crazy things that you have to come up with, like building the bridge, but then getting the thing to the portal and then through to another area. I don't know. It looks really elaborate. It's $5. I haven't buyed it yet. I didn't buy it. Good.
I didn't buy it.
But anyways, that's something that I think people should check out.
I
Maybe.
like Portal.
The bridge is a lie is what it says. That's so funny. Those shows, this just never gets old. The cake is a lie jokes, that is, you know?
Yeah.
All right, now let's get into the news.
Your cake's a lot.
Keeping you in the loop with the latest gaming news.
All right, speaking of Fable, wow, we talked about Fable earlier this evening because Trevor was playing Fable.
I like
He
Fable.
was just in the spirit. And this first story comes from Gamespot.com. It says Fable creator Peter Molyneux shares his ideas for Fable Quattro.
Yeah, so this is kind of coming off the heels of last week's story in that the developer of Forza may be doing a new Fable game for Xbox, and the report got Peter talking, and he says he wants to see the game actually be set before the first Fable game, so it would get
Fable Origins.
So in the Game of Thrones era.
Right. So he said this would be a perfect setting for Fable 4. The land of Albion would be much more primitive, the magic much more attuned to nature, the combat much more brutal. The story would follow the founding members of the Heroes Guild, why it was set up.
Survival game with crafting. That's what I'm hearing.
Right.
It's really hot right now.
So, I mean, it kind of sounds like the idea behind Assassin's Creed Origins. But I think it also could open up the doors for them in, the time period of the first game, which seemed to get a lot of love out of the series.
Pardon me.
Does he even have the ability to make this game right
No,
now?
he's not.
No,
he's
he's
not
just-
involved.
I
He's
was gonna say, like-
he's just simply saying this is what I would like to
Well,
see if
nobody
I was
cares
in it.
what you'd like to see, Peter. You don't own it anymore. You
Part-
gave it to Microsoft.
Part of me is kind of surprised that he wouldn't be just so kind of like I don't know. I don't mind Peter Molyneux as much as other people. I think he kind of gets a bad rap in some ways. But
Well, it's just because he likes to be a dreamer, and people don't like dreamers because they call them liars because they promise things that they can't deliver. So
And you like Star Citizen, so
I mean,
Yeah.
I say it, I'm a dreamer.
But I'm kind of
Not the
surprised he's not
only
he's not kind of a little more grumpy about it. I kind of would expected him to be like,
I mean,
whoa.
Fable's his baby, so yeah, I would
Yeah.
get why he could be grumpy.
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. I mean, it's understandable, but it's
Well, and that may be why he's kind of saying something because he knows he has no real say in it. But
Yeah.
by him, commenting and saying this is what I would like to see, and he did say he wants to have or he would like to see brutal, visceral, and fluid combat in Fable 4. So it sounds like there's a lot of things that he may even be hoping that just by saying this
he'll
will
make it come true.
make it come true because people will be like, well, he did have more success with it,
Yeah.
so maybe we should listen to the guy that created it.
Maybe, but I
Because he was,
I don't know.
did he only do the first two games, or was he still on board with the third one?
He did the third, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if that
'Cause-
was it when the takeover was that he was no longer
Yeah.
involved.
Well,
so.
because number 3, he was like, I want no menus. I hated all the menus in Fable
Oh,
2.
yeah, that's right.
No menus. And so then you had the weird little, which was kind of cool, but it was weird still.
and I mean, standing on its
Speaking
own.
of no menus, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say that standing on its own, the no menus aspect of that game, it wouldn't have been as much of a shock to the system if that was the only game. But because you had Fable 1 and 2 with so much integrated into those menus, to take them away felt like, I don't know how to play this game anymore because you just expected those. But
I was just thinking of that Metal Gear Survive thing that nobody talked about at the top of the show.
Sorry, I thought
I didn't
somebody else
play
would
it.
bring
You
up,
did.
So I liked it a lot. But
It was kind of interesting how their menus work because in that,
Yeah, it was slick.
I don't know.
Really?
I'd rather just like click through it and select something. It's just the way you have to run over to it and stand there. And then the only thing that is enjoyable about it is when you're loading into a game and you get to just shoot each other a bunch and nobody actually dies from it. That's actually kind of fun. Like when you're on a multiplayer thing. But I don't. Did you, Trevor? How much of it did you play? Like,
I played quite a bit actually. I actually never played any multiplayer because I couldn't figure out how to.
Wait,
but-
how did you play the game then? It is only multiplayer.
I just did stuff by myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, you just like
He was a single man surrounded by others.
you just hung out in that same because there's only one area, right? There's only that one location in the beta, right?
There was several actually. I tried.
Trevor's dying.
Sorry.
He tried coughing
felt
and
it
he
come
succeeded.
suddenly.
Good job, Trevor.
I tried out some. Since it was only me, I wasn't able to.
Because I guess I played
too
once.
far enough.
I played solo once, but I thought it was because like the server was down and I couldn't connect to people. So I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
I guess it just threw me into a game alone. So that's why I didn't realize that it was meant to be a solo thing.
I don't know. I some of that stuff I couldn't navigate. I didn't understand how it was supposed to work at first because like I didn't even know how to equip the bow at first, and then I figured
Wait,
it all
can
out.
you can just equip it at any time?
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, just like through the equipment stuff.
No, I didn't get the
Not
bow.
use it, equip it, you jerk.
Jeremy
but,
is miming
do this.
Which
pulling
I
an
did
arrow out of a quiver and shooting
It's not
from above.
VR.
It's very confusing. I think the menus suck in that. I mean,
Or
it's
Nintendo.
cool. Like they look cool and they have like a cool vibe, but I feel like they don't explain anything well. And then
No, but-
the inventory system is very clunky because it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I guess if you figure it out, maybe it's like, okay, I can put this thing here and I can go to the D-pad and then, or no, it's not on the D-pad. It's the bumpers. Isn't
I
it,
think
that
I
you-
kind of started figuring it out after, and I was like, okay, this makes a lot of sense.
I played it with some other people too, and I felt like I was just undersupplied. I never had enough like bullets. I never had like enough of anything to do much. So I was a little frustrated with it, but
I was pretty happy because at one point I had the rifle, and then I built one, and I didn't realize I had it in my inventory. Again, that weird inventory system. But then
because you have to have the recipe for it before you can build it. So it's like there's
because
it's
I
a
got
little-
the recipe, I think.
Yeah.
And, then I built
It's a delicious recipe.
like a ammo sling for my chest piece, whatever
Yeah.
it was. And so I, for the one mission I played most of the time, you got a ammo resupply, and so I had like 400 rounds of ammo at once I got that, and so I just go around. It was pretty cool. I liked it.
I wanted to address something that we missed in the chat here. Clearing the air, the earlier "that's what she said" comment from Jolliver was not to trailer parks. It was for the big weapons in Monster Hunter.
Thanks
so
for the clarification.
we just wanted to verify that.
All right, next story comes from IGN.com. It says Rust's coming out of early access in February, but not really. But still not ready for final release. It says. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
I mean that it's very confusing. It sounds like there's going to be two different types. They're going to have a prototyping and then entering alpha, or they're leaving the prototyping and entering alpha. So it's no longer early release. It is now going to be an alpha, but there's going to be two different versions of the game. One that is updated periodically and then is supposed to be more stable, and then there's going to be test environments that is going to be something that'll be updated daily.
Oh, yeah,
So-
they've been having updates daily. It has been nuts if you have auto update enabled.
You just can't handle that, can you? It's crazy. Every day I see it updating. Oh, it's nuts, man.
So
it is pretty crazy.
The other big thing is that the cost is going up from $19.99 to $34.99.
So buy it now.
So yeah,
it is. So it's
So
just
wait,
I
we
haven't
get
played.
it?
I haven't
'Cause
played.
we have
yeah,
the beta?
yeah. We
I
have,
have it,
yeah.
we have early
I've had it for a
access.
long
I didn't
We've all-
remember. I never
think we've
remember
all
paying
had it
for it.
yeah.
Me, Eric,
Does
and
it
Kyle,
still
at least, because
does it still
I
play
have
on
it.
on?
I have it.
we played it.
Trevor.
We had it before you had it though. Because
Shut
me,
up.
I remember
Yeah.
specifically me, Eric. Well, I just looked at the pictures because I was going to use them, but they were rather bad.
There might have been
yeah.
some nudity.
yeah. You could have blurred them, Trevor.
There may have been strategically posed.
May the Penis brothers live on and reign supreme. Yeah, that game has some nudity in it. But I mean, you just start off naked and you gotta build some clothes. That's how they call. That's how
What
you
if,
do
what,
it.
if, what if they built a PUBG version in Rust.
Everything it was PUBG before PUBG was PUBG.
Yeah,
Oh, to a
yeah, it
longer
really
extent,
was.
That's
I mean,
true.
it was like a lot of some of those servers would have like 500 people on them
Oh,
or
yeah,
something,
gosh.
wasn't it? So like, I mean, it was more PUBG
Yeah.
than PUBG sometimes. But yeah, you get on a server with a couple hundred
And
people,
you die on the beach.
and then
that's
you
what would happen.
Yeah, but there's just a lot. That game, there's so much involved,
I
and it's
haven't
changed so
played
much,
it.
and I haven't
Yeah.
played so long that I don't.
what
even
So we
know.
need to do it. Is what
I'd
you're
like to
saying.
try again sometime.
We're did what was it? Either Eric or Trevor said that things had really changed a lot since the last time.
Oh yeah, I mean they've.
I mean, I
since
felt
the
like
last
it
time
was-
you played it,
I felt like it was
completely
something that
different
was
game.
like it doesn't work anymore the way that it used to.
It's a completely different engine.
Okay.
Yeah, the game isn't even the same.
Oh,
game.
okay.
Yeah, they because they had for a while they had two different servers, so people could still play the like old chunky version.
Oh, okay.
And now
now it just looks nice.
Yeah.
and then there's so much more you can craft, and it's just it's insane.
Yeah. It's
Awesome.
Yeah.
We should
We should play it again.
yes.
I remember the time that we played it. I think that was the time that Trevor felt the most awesome in the entire world.
Yep.
Because I got murdered by some punks, and Trevor like ran after and slaughtered like 5 people.
Well, I think they killed me first, and then I went back to our base, and I grabbed a shotgun, ran out the door naked, and then went on a rampage.
because they had killed both of us, and you went and you mowed them all down as a naked man.
It should never have happened, but it was awesome.
Yeah, I think because those shotguns too are like the one
Yeah.
shot, like, and then you had to like musket loading. Gamespot.com is reporting that John Cena is in talks to play Duke Nukem in a new movie. The world has been waiting for this. I mean, really.
He's the right person
We
for
just
the role.
how have we lived without a Duke Nukem movie? Really, that's the question we should all be asking ourselves.
I mean,
If a video game is going to turn into a movie, this is the one that
I
can
agree.
do it.
I think that I mean, it's almost a perfect casting. Yeah, I don't know. I think that this could potentially be the most successful video game movie ever.
oh really?
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
obviously because Michael Bay's production studio is behind it.
Wait,
so.
I mean,
no.
Wait, hang on. Before you say, "Oh no," what part of Duke Nukem doesn't scream Michael Bay?
I mean,
Well,
what
okay.
part of Michael Bay doesn't scream crap?
I
Well,
was.
I'm just saying, like explosions.
Well, I'll just say it this way: I probably
Ladies.
wouldn't have seen it anyway, but that pretty much seals the deal. I will probably Well, I don't know. I've got Movie Pass now, so I'll probably end up.
Well,
seeing it.
but
I don't know.
I think the difference is this, like,
Featuring Megan Fox as generic stripper 1, generic stripper 2, generic stripper 3,
Right. Just
generic
clones of-
stripper
right.
4. Yeah, it's
just like a billion Megan Foxes. Gosh.
but I mean, it would fit with the Duke Nukem
I'm gonna
thing,
cut
right?
your head off and crap down your neck. I mean, it's Duke Nukem.
Oh god.
Yeah, that game is something. I remember playing that on what was I playing it on? I think it was the N64. They released a Duke Nukem like port, and I remember feeling really bad about playing it. I turned the volume down, hide it in my room.
Oh yeah.
I didn't want my parents to see that filth. There were strippers.
I mean, I feel like with everybody that's so far reportedly involved, I feel like it is Duke Nukem.
I'm pretty sure I
That's-
installed it on a school computer in middle school.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I think it was just like for the time, Duke Nukem was a character that was just like it in the 90s. It fit for the time and era. But when they tried to when they released that remake, it just like, wow, why is this missing the mark? It's because nobody
They didn't get it
identifies with this
anymore.
guy anymore.
Yeah.
He's a scumbag. Like nobody wants to see him as the hero. He's a misogynistic monster. Like nobody wants this. And so it's like the idea that this is some cool character now in the 21st century is just ridiculous.
How did
And
this
so,
guy ever get popular?
I mean, if you think it, like, it's like when you go.
Did you? No, wait. You didn't live through much of the 90s, right?
I was born in '90.
I mean,
Okay, so
I
you
was
don't
not
remember
aware. Yeah.
the 90s.
But I just like the thing is like the 90s were very like I mean obviously not PC and
graduated
very
in the
not
90s.
like but it's just a weird thing. He's not a relevant hero. He's just
He's totally
but
out of his era.
maybe John Cena can revive him.
I don't
I don't know. I mean, I think you're right. I think there's got to be some changes to the character. But at the same time, I think if I don't know.
Maybe
It is
the
Trump's
movie-
America too. So
Maybe the movie will be him, like, finding a time machine and coming to the current day, and then realizing that
It's
he's
like
the
a
villain.
weird Austin Powers.
I actually really like this plot. Jeremy, can we write the
This could
script?
work, yeah.
Because I think him realizing like it'd be like most of the movie he wouldn't understand why everybody hated him.
Yeah, exactly.
What's wrong?
He'd be like saving people's lives and totally stomping down aliens and killing them, and then like
Totally.
making out with strippers and being like, "Why don't people like me?"
Yep. And then finally he gets it.
and then
the worst
someone will
superhero
sit him
ever.
down and be like, "Look, Duke,
Yeah.
Duke, you gotta change a few things about the way that you are."
Yeah.
And he'll be like, I just want everybody to like me and I want to help everybody. So then he changes, and it's for the better.
I love this idea, actually.
I just feel like this whole movie should be about Duke Nukem coming to the realization that he's a terrible human. Like that should be the plot of this movie. But anyways, hopefully our dreams come true. You know what they like to say: when you wish upon a star. Rest in peace, Lou Diamond Phillips, says TP Poker. Thanks for popping in.
Welcome to the
I don't know who
chat.
that is, but I assume he's not dead.
Actually, he's been hitting the dead people quite a bit lately. So.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. All right. Oh, so next story comes from TheVerge.com. It says Facebook's new game streaming exclusive is a direct challenge to Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah, they are going to be streaming through Facebook Live. I'm just trying to pull the page up here. It's an exclusive home of live streams of Dota 2 and CS:GO competitions run by Germany's ESL One esports tournament organizer. So they've agreed to stream this, which in turn is Facebook essentially saying, hey, we're in the market here for trying to get in on this as well.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think it could be something that could work just because it's something that would grab people's attention while they're on Facebook, which they
But there's
already
going to be
are.
a ton of grandmas saying, "You're playing a video game again."
How many grandmas do
What?
you know on Facebook?
I'm just saying.
Why are
like,
they all
that's for
southern
your
to you?
family. I'm just-
I mean,
Facebook. I don't know. I think you'd get like a lot of like video game shaming going on because you got your relatives on there. And
You should introduce them to a
old
game called
people.
HQ Trivia, Jeremy, and then get them hooked.
Teddy agrees with you, apparently. He says
Grandparents.
grandparents and baby boomers are going to stream games now.
I would watch that.
There's this one old lady that does Skyrim. She posts videos.
She's
on
good
YouTube.
at it too, though.
Yeah, I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, of course you would like that. You perv.
Boy, we haven't had the grannies show for a long time. This is the best thing.
Oh yeah, play Skyrim for me, Grandma.
Fusbro
nasty.
Yeah. Man, all the jokes I just filtered out and couldn't say any of them. It's terrible.
Let it never be said that Eric doesn't have a filter.
You don't even know how many.
Well, let's back up here because it doesn't,
Skyrim grandma jokes just like
it doesn't mean that they are going to let
'cause
people
we're family
just
friendly.
stream stuff on Facebook Live gaming wise. What it means is that they're trying to say, hey, there is a market potentially for it here within Facebook. And if it is something that goes well and they can get more of these deals, then potentially that could turn into something where they try to take people away from Twitch by letting them stream on Facebook.
But I mean, if I can Facebook Live, can't I just stream a video game on there if I want?
You could if you had your own
you
page.
just hold a video up to it?
No, if you have a page, you can stream
Yeah,
video
that's
games.
what I'm saying.
You can use OBS. It's not like you can't stream a video game.
That's true.
I've seen tons of game streamers that already use Facebook to stream their games. It's just this is specifically for the pro scene. So this is like
Which, with this being something that could draw more people to Facebook, it could be something that eventually you'll see more people do. But
I mean, if you talk to a kid that's like actually old enough to have a Facebook, like they're right around that age of like, hey, you can now have a Facebook account. They're like, why would I want a Facebook account? Like that's for my parents, and that's dumb. Like kids that age don't care about Facebook.
My 14-year-old daughter has one so that she can talk to her grandpa.
Yeah, and it's like there's
literally.
That's it's Facebook. I think they're definitely like grasping for relevance because they're realizing that there's a whole generation coming up that do not care about them. So like, I mean, and for most people now, it's just like the idea of not having a Facebook. Like, what I mean, I log into things with my Facebook account more than my email. Like, what I have to have a Facebook. Like, it's become so like synonymous with social media that it's crazy to think that there's a whole generation who could care less. So I think this.
Old.
Huh?
You sounded old.
How did I sound old? I said there's a whole generation that could care less. Like
I know, but never.
Because I use Facebook, I sound old. That's probably true.
Yeah.
I mean, Facebook is probably primarily used by like 35 to 65-year-old women. Like that's like
probably
its biggest like
to share recipes and how godly
play
they
Candy
are.
Crush.
how godly they are. They share Jesus' face so you know that they're not going to hell.
Right.
It's important to do that.
Do their monthly I'm thankful fors. And
But it's just one of those things where that stuff's changing. I think Facebook is, I mean, between the Oculus stuff and this, they're trying to maintain relevance.
Well, I think they're trying to become more of like almost a news broadcast type thing.
I mean,
you know?
honestly, like even the fact that they haven't changed up much of their format on their site in so long, it's probably going to be something that's going to happen soon. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's something that's very aggressive in the way that, like in a change, because they haven't had any major updates in a long time.
Updates? Are you talking about the design of it?
Yeah, like they haven't redesigned it and
Did you hear about
there's a huge update coming out soon.
Not specifically
Okay.
gaming related, but since we're talking about Facebook and stuff they're doing, you guys hear about the announcement this week about they've been getting hit pretty hard about all their fake news that it shows up, right? Mm-hmm. And they basically came out and said that their solution for that is they're going to let people vote on whether or not they think things are real or not. And basically do like a Wikipedia style like filtering of, of news.
They're changing the way that the whole, like, if you have a public account, like let's say you go to Minute and Tub on Facebook, they're changing it to where, and then this just came out recently where the old Zucky said that they're going to, like public stuff like that, like businesses and other like media outlets and stuff are going to get buried. Like you're going to start to see much more.
Well, it's been happening for quite a while.
No, not like this.
Well,
you
not
think
to
of
this
every
extent,
post you
but-
see is like from some business or some like outlet, news outlet thing. Like you're going to see a lot more posts from friends and family, grandma pretty much. And the only stuff you're going to see is when people share it. You'll start to see that because then that's like, so they're using like a way of the human element of validating the content instead of just like if Minute a Tub posts something. That's why if you're on Facebook and you see Minute a Tub post something, you need to like, comment, and share.
it.
Like, comment and share. And then
because we don't have money to actually make it show up on other people's
and if you like,
pages.
comment, and share our posts, other people will see it where it's not, we can't just get it out. So it's very important for people to do that. And I guess I'm saying this now because I'm just like, this is a great place to put a little plug.
Yeah.
Like, comment, and share. So if you're on Facebook, Twitter works the same way. Heart that and retweet. Heart and retweet. Thank you very much for all those that heart everything. We do love that. It helps a lot. But yeah, so that's Facebook. I guess, I mean, if you're already there and you want to watch a video game thing,
go for it.
right? Do it there. Do it live. All right.
That's how we do it.
All right, we going to the mailbag now?
Check unheard messages.
Emails, voicemails, or DMs. We want to hear from you.
Mailbox number, please.
It's mail time.
First message.
Did you say something? Did I forget something, Jeremy? Or?
No, I thought we were just going to do another awkward silence thing and just see what happened.
Oh, we could torment Kuipers that way, but I
he's
don't
not
think
feeling
he would
great
appreciate
today.
it. Yeah, give the man a break.
Yeah.
He came to his unpaid job feeling sick. Okay, he's a trooper and a contaminator.
Yep.
How are you hanging in there?
Oh no!
Got the little guy. It's
Oh, it
Kuipers.
got to Kyle. He said he was safe.
How did you guys get me?
You know what, Eric? We have children, so we have a little bit of a buffer.
That immune that we built
Yeah,
up over the years.
Exactly.
It's kind of scary how that's worked because I do find myself getting, knock on wood, a little less sick than I used to. So I think it might be.
The older your kids get, I think that gets less frequent because they share less germs with you.
Oh, so you're getting more.
Yeah.
more
Is that just because they try to avoid you like the plague?
Yeah, that happens too when they get older. You see your
You
children
just
less.
see them less?
Yeah.
Ew, Dad. All right. We don't have anything in our mailbag. I mean, this shouldn't come to a surprise to
Yeah.
most people.
I mean,
because
it's
we-
open. We'll accept mail or questions or things, you know.
You can send us emails at theloop@minuteandtub.com. Send them to theloop@minuteandtub.com,
Yeah.
or you can call us at 475-TUB-CALL. Leave us a voicemail. It's a mail that you voice.
Yeah.
I think that's why they named it a voicemail. You can send us
Right.
a message on Discord if you're a part of our Patreon group
And if you're not, you can become a member of our Patreon group.
at patreon.com/minutub, or you can DM us on Twitter, I don't know, Instagram.
Facebook.
You can try Snapchat. I don't really stay logged into that on my phone, and Snapchat's annoying for that. They should really
Yeah.
allow for multiple accounts, and you can
accounts.
switch between them. It'd make it much more useful, but they don't care.
Someone like Snap at Snapchat and
Make
tell
it
them.
easier for the catfishers too,
Why?
because they could have multiple personalities.
You can already do that if you really wanted to. It's just a pain. Like,
Oh.
Yeah, you can log out and then log into another account.
So it would make it easier.
yeah,
Yes.
well, a little bit.
Make
'cause-
it easier for everybody.
Yeah, but
I mean, people that
I'm just
run
saying if-
businesses, people
if a
that
catfisher wants to do that, like they're already motivated by that. So
Oh,
like,
yeah,
right.
that's
So
probably
let them do that thing. I don't think we
Do that thing you
do, breaking my heart into a million pieces, just like you always do. Delayed drum beat. So that's it. But now comes the most important time. It's when we want to thank our Patreon peeps. These lovely ladies and gentlemen support us at the co-producer level. That means they give us 10 whole buckaroonies.
all the
10
buckaroonies.
10 whole Oprah Winfreys.
Every
month. 10 whole, you know.
or more.
You know.
10 clams.
10 whole Obamas.
You're our favorite people. Just saying, do you want to be our favorite person?
No, we really appreciate this. You know, it's like, could you throw it at us? You know, could you throw one Rosa Parks at us? I don't know. You might be able to, but we would appreciate it. So patreon.com, you can go there and type in the / on your keyboard, and then you type in Min in a Tub, and it goes to our page. And
Then you can be on this list.
that would be great.
And you can help us with all kinds of things.
And you get cool stuff too.
Like love and affection.
like
Discord.
If I ever
videos,
see ya, I'll
Discord.
Discord
Give you a
is
free high
so
five.
much fun.
And
Hey,
then he
Trevor,
will-
when's the next Trev talk?
Trevor will give you immediate high five, and then following that high five, he will immediately rub a lot of, hand sanitizer on his hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, gross.
Oh, I touched a
Don't
human.
wash your hands. Nobody washes their hands anymore. Oh yeah. Nick's Trev talks. I was gonna do it this week, but then I
Then he's not.
wasn't able to this week. So
That's all right.
Next week.
Next
Next
week.
weekend, so-
Next
Saturday.
week. Are we gonna have we're gonna have a Virea next week too?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. It
We'll
looks
see.
like we've got a lot of content now.
Do we finally have some
There's-
content?
there's like-
So I made like an executive decision because I was like, the last episode we released was actually really good, and we hadn't had a good one in a while. And I was thinking about it, and I'm just like, the reason we don't is because a lot of times I'm like doing this thing where I'm like stretching the taffy, and it's like, oh, we don't really have a lot of good stuff, so let me see how we can try to stretch it, and it's usually not that entertaining. So I kind of made an executive decision, which I was going to put this on Patreon, but I didn't. Is just like, you know what?
Now everyone's gonna know.
I'm just going to kind of sit on it. I'm going to wait till we get enough stuff to where I feel like I can make a good episode, and then we'll release it. So it'll still come out on Tuesdays, but it just might not be.
It's gonna be a when we have it.
It's going to be
But
more
you guys
of a.
could send us emails about stuff you want us to maybe do.
Yeah, tell us what if
You know?
you've got
this
something
would make a
that you
cool
want
video. Shoot Nathan
discuss.
with a pellet gun.
Wait,
That's a great episode
that was a good
that was a good
when
episode.
we shot Nathan in the face.
Yeah.
I loved the whole conspiracy after that when it got on Reddit because I posted that GIF of it.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, watching all those people debate if this person really just got murdered in front of them was really, really fun. The majority of those commenters was just like, he dead. Like, that was just like, the whole thing.
It's probably the least family friendly thing we've ever done.
There was a warning
That
on
wasn't
YouTube.
that bad, though.
I mean,
Knowing he's
There's
not
things
dead.
we won't talk about that were not family friendly.
It was very visceral looking though, because it's very fast.
Yeah,
and-
you edited that to make it look
Yeah.
like
It's-
he was dead.
It's not bad as long
he
as
was
you know
gone.
he's not actually being
Yeah,
shot.
if people continued to watch the episode, he made a return.
That's true.
So he was
But you never know because the episode's been edited from, that could have been earlier in a week.
yeah. But yeah, so keep wait earlier than a week. No, at the end of that episode, you see him again.
Oh, yeah.
We
from,
talk
from
to
that.
him
Yeah,
and we
you're
let everyone know he's fine. Any other housekeeping? Not really. We got the Tubcast coming up tomorrow night. That's going to be at 9 p.m. Central, as always. And you can check that out here on Twitch. Yeah, and if nothing else, like I said earlier, please share all of our stuff so people see it and they get annoyed at you for sharing it.
right. Yeah.
But maybe it'll catch their eye. And they'll be like, I like watching those 4 festively plump white dudes
They won't
Yeah.
admit it to you because you're their friend.
that like
But maybe they'll tell a friend in
think
6 months
think-
themselves.
think they're really funny and they laugh at their own jokes a lot. I like that. I want to watch them
yeah.
join in
Do
the
it.
fun.